Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. In this lecture we will discuss the Lagrange application to the compound pendulum. So first of all, what is a compound pendulum? It has an extended mass like a swinging bar and is free to oscillate about a horizontal axis. So that is basically the shape of the compound pendulum, we can say. That is, suppose we can say it is a bar like structure. Okay. So when this bar will oscillate, we can consider this to be a compound pendulum. Let us consider the compound pendulum is suspended at the point, suppose this point is S, this point is S, this point is suppose S. And suppose its center of mass, if I will consider, the center of mass is suppose at the point C. Now if I will join this line, then this will be just like this, and this will oscillate about its suppose mean position. This one is the mean position. Let me write this to be suppose B. Okay. So now here I will write, let the compound pendulum compound pendulum be suspended. Let the compound pendulum be suspended from S with center of mass at C, suppose center of mass as C. It is oscillating in the vertical plane. It is oscillating in the vertical plane. Oscillating in the vertical plane, which is that is the plane of the paper, we can say. It is oscillating in the vertical plane. Vertical plane. Suppose this angle, I can say that this angle is suppose theta. Vertical plane. So we can write the moment of inertia of the pendulum. We can write the moment of inertia of the pendulum. What is our main aim? We want to calculate the equation of motion for this compound pendulum by using the Lagrangian method. So here the moment of inertia of the pendulum about the axis of rotation, through S, we can write that is I equal to, for the center of mass this will be moment of inertia, suppose IC, plus ml square. What is this L? L is the length of this pendulum, suppose L. Okay. Now this I equal to the moment of inertia, we can write I equal to IC plus ml square. But we know that for the center of mass we can write IC equal to mk square. K is the radius of gyration. Mk square plus ml square. So if I will take common m, then this will be simply k square plus l square. So this is the total moment of inertia. This is suppose equation 1. So here you can write, where m is the mass of the pendulum, where m equal to mass of the pendulum, IC equal to mk square, where k equal to radius of gyration, and this IC represents, this IC equal to moment of inertia for the center of mass, or we can write this IC equal to moment of inertia about a parallel axis about a parallel axis through C point, okay, through C, that is the center of mass point C, and L, the distance between, through C and L, the distance between point of suspension and center of mass, okay, or simply you can write IC is the moment of inertia about the center of mass. This is the moment of inertia about the center of mass. Now you can see this theta is the angle, or we can say that this is the instantaneous angle which this SC makes with the vertical axis through, suppose this is SO, okay, through suppose O. Then we can write the kinetic energy for it. If theta equal to instantaneous angle that is SC makes with the vertical axis SO, then the kinetic energy of the oscillating system is equal to, we can write the kinetic energy will be equal to, that is T, suppose that is equal to 1/2 I into theta dot square. You must be acquainted with this relation. So this kinetic energy, that is T, equal to half I, that is the moment of inertia, into theta dot square, and it can be written as this is equal to 1/2 into, in place of I can put the value of the I, that is m into k square plus l square. So here if I will put the value I, so this will be 1/2 m k square plus l square whole into theta dot square, okay. Now similarly we can calculate the potential energy with respect to the horizontal plane. So the potential energy with respect to the horizontal plane through S, we can say through S is V will be equal to minus mgl sin theta, minus mgl cos theta. This is minus mgl cos theta. Since it has been discussed in the simple pendulum, so we are not going to calculate this expression. So here we have calculated the kinetic energy, and this one is the equation 3 for the potential energy. Now we can write the Lagrangian function L equal to T minus V. So you know the T, that is the kinetic energy, equal to 1/2 we have calculated from equation 2. This will be half m k square plus l square into theta dot square minus the value of V is minus mgl cos theta. So this will be plus mgl cos theta. So in this diagram you can see here, for the mass of the compound pendulum there will be a weight. So this weight will be mg, because the mass is capital M. So this will be mg, and here we have just drawn a perpendicular to this axis, and similarly from this you can calculate the value of cos theta. And so here I am writing the expression. Here you can see this is the potential energy will be equal to V equal to minus mgl cos theta. Now you know the equation of motion for the Lagrange's equation, the Lagrange equation of motion, equation in theta coordinate, we can write d by dt of, you know, d by dt of del L by del Q K dot, but here the theta is the coordinate. So this will be d by dt of dou L by dou theta dot minus dou L by dou Q, or here we can write dou L by dou theta, that is equal to 0. Now in this expression, we will first calculate dou L by dou theta, then we will calculate dou L by dou theta dot. Now let us first calculate dou L by dou theta. So now let me calculate here. So dou L by dou theta will be equal to, dou L by dou theta will be equal to, you can see here in this second term only theta term is present, that is cos theta. So here if I take the derivative with respect to theta, then this will be mgl is taken constant, mgl is constant. Again the derivative of cos theta is minus sin theta. Again we will calculate dou L by dou theta dot. Then the dou L by dou theta dot, in this expression you can see only this term contains theta dot. Now if we will take the derivative of this, then this will be theta dot square is 2 into theta dot. So this will be 1 by 2 m into k square plus L square. These are your constant. Then the derivative with respect to theta dot square will be 2 into theta dot. The derivative of this theta dot square will be simply 2 into theta dot. That will be 2 to get cancelled. That will be m into k square plus L square whole into theta dot. Okay. If I substitute this value in this Lagrangian equation, then we will get d by dt of del L by del theta dot. We can write, this is simply here let me write it, just a minute. If I write d by dt of dou L by dou theta dot, then this will be simply m into k square plus L square. This will be theta double dot, because theta is only the variable. Now if I put all these things in the expression, that is the Lagrangian equation, this will be, the first term will be m into k square plus L square whole into theta double dot minus the second, for the second term we will put minus mgl sin theta. So this will be plus mgl sin theta. So let me write first m into k square plus L square whole into theta double dot. So this will be, first let me write m into k square plus L square into theta double dot minus, in place of del L by del theta we will write minus mgl sin theta. So this will becomes plus mgl sin theta, that is equal to 0. So this is our Lagrangian equation. You can see here we have just substituted the value of d by dt of del L by del theta dot and del L by del theta, that is a partial derivative. Okay. So now you can see in this equation the coefficient of theta double dot, if I will take m, you can see here the coefficient of theta double dot is m into k square plus L square. If I will divide this term throughout, then this will becomes theta dot plus, I will divide this m into k square plus L square in both the terms, then this will be mm get cancelled, this will be gl divided by k square plus L square into sin theta, that will equal to 0. Simply the coefficient of theta double dot is divided throughout the equation. So this is the equation for the compound pendulum. Now here we will consider if theta is small. If we will consider the theta is small, if theta is small, small means sin theta will be near equal to theta. Sin theta will be nearly equal to theta. So we can write this will be theta double dot, then this will be theta double dot plus gl divided by k square plus L square into theta, that is equal to 0. And we know the general form of this equation is theta double dot plus omega square theta equal to 0. Now you can see from this expression the omega square value is, omega square is equal to GL divided by K square plus L square. Okay, or it can be written as, that implies omega will be equal to root over of GL divided by K square plus L square. Now we want to calculate the time period. So the time period will be equal to time period. This will be equal to, since we have considered the kinetic energy as T. So here let me write the time period. For the time period, let me write suppose tau. Okay, any other symbol, suppose time period T. So that will be equal to, omega equal to 2 pi by T, or here simply I am writing the T is in somehow like this. Okay, so this will be equal to, in place of omega, if I write this 2 pi by tau, so this will be equal to, let me write 2 pi by tau. So this 2 pi by tau, this will be equal to GL divided by K square plus L square whole root over K square plus L square whole root over. So this time period now can be written as, this time period, this can be written as, this is just, if I will take the reciprocal of this, then tau by 2 pi will be equal to K square plus L square divided by GL whole root over. So this tau will be equal to 2 pi into K square plus L square divided by GL whole root over. We can write this time period equal to this much. Or this time period also can be written as, if I will divide this L in both the numerator and denominator, this will be 2 pi into K square by L plus this will be L whole divided by G. So this is the final expression for the time period. Okay, this is the expression for the time period. So in this way you can solve the application of, this is the application of the Lagrangian equation. So the compound, for the compound pendulum, the equation is this theta double dot plus GL by K square plus L square into sin theta equal to 0. And if we will consider this theta to be small, that is sin theta is nearly equal to theta, then our equation is this, and we can compare this equation with our general equation, so that from this equation we will calculate omega square, or this from this omega value we can calculate the time period. So the question will be asked, that is, use Lagrangian equation, use Lagrange's equation to find the equation of motion, of a compound pendulum, equation of motion of a compound pendulum in a vertical plane, compound pendulum in a vertical plane about a fixed horizontal axis, horizontal axis. Hence find the time period of, small amplitude of oscillation, small amplitude oscillations of the compound pendulum. So this is the question to be asked in your exam. That is, you have to basically calculate the equation of motion for the compound pendulum by using the Lagrangian equation, and that after, for the small oscillation you have to calculate the time period. So this is all for today. Still you have any doubt, can ask me in the comment section. Thank you all.